Hey guys, it is August 12th and we are in Grantsville, I believe, Maryland, and we are packing up our bags, taking our last showers, getting our snacks ready and everything before we leave around 5:30 a.m. tomorrow morning to start our bike packing race, which is the Snallygaster 200. It took us about 3.5, almost 4 hours to get here from Baltimore, Maryland, so we're very glad that we drove out most of it tonight and not doing it tomorrow morning because we leave at 7 a.m. That's a departure time for the race. I just got my brand new Velo Orange bike. I will show you a video of it somewhere over here so you can see it nice and clear. Velo Orange just gifted me this bike. It was the polyvalent frame with crazy handlebars, disc brakes. It will all have the whole build list for you here. I have hybrid pedals and anyways. Velo Orange was kind enough to gift me a bike that I'll be using for a lot of my bike packing and bicycle touring adventures, and I'm testing it out this week at the Snallygaster 200, and I could not be more than excited. I've only taken it out on a singular ride though because I flew back from traveling across the United States and then also the Pacific Northwest and California. I only flew back about 3 days ago at 9 p.m. and now I'm here leaving for a 200-mile, 22,000 feet of elevation bikepacking race. So I've had very little time to get ready for this trip. It's been crazy. Anyways, this is the Snallygaster 200. This is what a bikepacking race looks like, and I wish me and my friend a lot of good luck. Hey guys, it is, oh my goodness, what time is it? It is 7:45 a.m. right now. We are 6.25 miles into the Snallygaster 200, and it was really cold this morning. It was like 40 degrees. It's starting to warm up now. We've shed a bunch of layers, but right now we're at the end of the pack because a lot of people seem to be doing this thing in just one go. They have like just their snacks and their tools, and that's literally it, and they're just gonna go the 200 miles in one go. Maybe take a nap on the side of the road. We have like a much bigger setup, so we're definitely gonna do this over like 3 or 4 nights and just like have some fun. Well, actually we're not last anymore. Some other people in the back too, but yeah, we're gonna do 62 miles today. It's gonna be a good day. Okay, so we've taken a lot of breaks the last 5 miles because my seat angle slid a little bit on the gravel portion, and then we tried readjusting it and it kept not being a good angle. So we have finally found something that works and are back to pedaling.
That was just like the most slippery little trail of all time.
Yeah. Oh man. How you feeling about this, Mitch?
Yeehaw.
Very muddy, very fun. Having a good quality bike makes a huge difference. Just found an apple tree, eating some good apples. I have not been able to get that much actual footage of the roads today because I didn't attach this to my GPS mount because we were in a rush this morning when we got to the start. Right now Mitch is getting water because we are almost out, and even though we're pretty near the rest stop that is like made by the organizers. We don't want to wait any longer for water because that's not something you really want to skimp out on. And also, my ankle really hurts. 3 days ago, I took my bike out on a test ride for the first time, and it had stormed the night before, like a total storm, and I slipped and fell on my bike. I'm pretty sure my back wheel fell out on some like gravel, like muddy gravel area. And I'm considering doing the 100-mile route instead of the 200 because my ankle is really swollen, and I would say between like 60 to 75% of my pedal stroke is coming from my right leg because my ankle is really weak. And we're doing these descents, and you know, when you're doing these descents, you kind of are straddling the frame, and my right leg is towards the back and my left leg is towards the front because the one that's closer to you is the one that's holding more of your weight, and I can't really put my left leg on the back one. So my right leg is doing a lot of extra work right now. It's definitely compensating. So I haven't told that to Mitch yet. I haven't told him that I'm considering leaving him for part of it. What I might do is just, well, I'll tell you later. Oh, and this is my ankle right now. This is my ankle. So this is the one that hurts, and it's really swollen here and a little swollen here too. It's kind of puffy, and then this is totally fine. So that's what it looks like right now. Nice. Alrighty. So there is a rest stop here that we mentioned earlier, and I have this box of goodies. It's mostly sweet stuff. I have granola bars, cosmic brownies, cookies, some Coca-Cola, and we are going to stop here. So we are in last place, but we're also not racing. We're just having a good time. We're gonna camp here tonight because my ankle hurts and my asthma is getting the best of me. But it's a beautiful area, and yeah, it's gorgeous here.
Shout out.
Oh, I forgot to bring a footprint. It's not gonna rain though. It's so pretty.
Oh, you like bend it over the top?
I think it says to go on top. Okay, drape the fly over the tent body and match the colors of the webbing on the fly with the webbing on the body. Okay, what fucking color is the webbing?
Oh, this is usually webbing.
That's usually webbing.
It's like 50,000 or just 25. It might have just got a little less of a grade.
Yeah. Down like this, right?
Probably. Doesn't open on that side, does it? No. Yeah.
want to make sure to go this way because I don't want to go up that, but I know we're climbing.
See ya.
See ya. Good luck.
Thanks. So, I recently left Mitch to finish the 100-mile route, and I am not enjoying myself. Fundamentally not having a good time. I know some people really love this like rock eating, like mountain goat energy from biking. I don't. I've learned. I thought that this was gonna be like regular gravel, like farm road gravel, but this is like borderline mountain biking territory for a lot of it. Like definitely mountain biking territory for a lot of it. Yeah, I just like on the descents, I am consistently worried about falling over. I don't feel comfortable or confident. It is wet. The rocks are loose. There's a lot of mud. There's some, ditches. I don't feel safe. I fell twice today already because of the rain. I've fallen twice today, and that's my third time falling in a week. Yeah, just straight up not having a good time. I don't like this. Like, I just don't. I just fundamentally don't. And again, I know some people thrive on this. This is what makes them happy. Quick interjection here. I would like to emphasize that I do not have a lot of experience doing high technical bike rides. This entire summer I was biking across the United States. I biked from Baltimore, Maryland to San Francisco, California, and that was largely on pavement. That was on roads besides the Gap Trail for like a day and a couple of like loose gravelly roads in the middle of Ohio or something. I don't have a lot of technical ability. I don't, and that's why you're seeing in this reflection right here that I am super unhappy. For me, it was a very high stress environment. I was not prepared for it. I didn't think it was gonna be as tough as it was, and it was, and that's just the reality of the race that I signed up for. So I just wanna preface that right now in this video, I was fed up with the day. I was super fed up with things, but a lot of people were having a great time, and the views were beautiful. I will not deny that. It was absolutely gorgeous, and I do wish that I had the technical ability. Sorry if you can hear any noise, I just opened the window. Definitely requires a good amount of technical ability. I didn't have that. It was stressing me out. I fell 3 times in one day. Yeah. Also, a lot of people were doing this race with like regular gravel bikes. They didn't have suspension. There was one couple that had fat tire bikes, like the fattest tire bikes I've seen in person in a while. But most people just had kind of regular gravel bikes, like 700C wheels, no suspension. So I'm sure they do single track every weekend, and that's their entire life. That's what they do for biking for fun. So again, if that is what you like, you're gonna love this race. If you're like me and you don't do a lot of single track, you don't do a lot of mountain biking, you're pretty much only used to like smooth gravel, this is gonna be a difficult race for you. So just keep that in mind when you're signing up. I don't like this really intense stuff where I feel like I'm gonna fall every second. I don't like biking at 3.5 miles an hour up a hill while being on the verge of an asthma attack. So I actually did have an asthma attack for the first time like in my life yesterday. Luckily it was like a baby one, but I've literally never had an asthma attack before, never once. I've fallen twice and I'm just scared. So at least now I know this isn't for me. If you're the kind of person who does like this race, you're gonna have a really fun time. You're gonna have a really fun time. But if you're like me and you prefer smooth gravel on farm roads, this is not the race for you. guys, so I am at Big Bear Lake Campground and I'm officially the last person at the campsite. Everyone else is gone. Mitch left about 3 hours ago? I think about 3 hours ago, yeah, to finish the race. We're gonna camp at one more spot together, and then he's gonna do the last like 40 miles on the 4th morning. But I just talked to a woman in the bathroom and she said that there were a ton of cyclists here on the first night. So in case you're curious about how other people are doing this trip, I think this is mile marker. This is just over 100 miles. And apparently a lot of cyclists were here. So I think a lot of people were doing this in just 2 days. So that gives you a little bit of context about how fast people are doing this race. We are in dead last. And that's because everyone here was going super fast. I think the fastest time was about 15 hours for somebody. I was told that this one guy from Baltimore City was trying to do it in 14 hours. Because apparently the fastest time was 20 and he wanted to absolutely shred it. So I'm gonna just guess he did it in about 15 hours, the whole 200-mile race. I'm in a lot better spirits than I was yesterday. That's typically how it goes for me with bike packing. I tend to have really extreme lows and also really extreme highs. Anyways, this campground here is really gorgeous. The whole route is really beautiful, just some pretty brutal terrain at some points. It's a beautiful day outside. I have my friend's car, so I'm going to eventually drive over to the next campsite to meet him. And I'm just relaxing. I'm having the slowest morning of all time, and it's really great. Obviously, the race is over. I'm editing this about a week after we completed the race. What details do I need to tell you all about it? I definitely did have a sprained ankle, for sure. Definitely had a sprained ankle from the fall that I had about 3 days before the start of the race. So I'm very glad that I decided to quit after 100 miles. Apparently, according to Mitch, the last 100 miles of the 200-mile race were easier. So yeah, the first 100 miles are the hardest of the race, and the last 100, if you're doing the 200-mile course, they're difficult, but not as difficult. So I'm still glad that I tried it out. I've thought about getting into bike pack racing for a while because I've been an athlete my entire life. I love racing. I love winning. It just feels really good, and it's a reason to challenge yourself and stay fit. I've realized bike pack racing is not my vibe. I like to go bike packing because it's time to slow down and immerse yourself in nature and really appreciate the views. One of the reasons why I was really glad that we did the race so slowly was because I actually got to savor the moments that were beautiful. I got to savor the trees, I got to savor the weather, even savor driving around the campground that you saw in that last clip, just to kind of see like a different perspective on life, how different people live their lives. Yeah, bikepacking for me is not a race and it's not a competition. I'd rather just do normal gravel races. That's just for me though. Everyone's different. I've learned that bike pack racing is not my mojo. Bikepacking for me is 100% travel. It is 100% enjoying the outdoors. It is 100% working hard, but not working too hard. Anyways, Snallygaster 200, really beautiful race. There are a couple people from Ohio, someone from Brooklyn. So people came from all over the area to come do this race. I would definitely recommend it for people who like to do chonky bike riding. Yeah, you will not see me doing any bike pack racing anytime soon. Also, I want to give a really big thank you to Velo Orange for giving me my bike. It was a custom build from them with a polyvalent frame. Anyways, yes, thank you Velo Orange for the bike. I love it. I hope you have a good one and happy riding.